Bold predictions for this college basketball season. The SEC ready to take down John Calipari and Kentucky this year? Charles Bertram Zoomer press icon SportsWire. Yes, we're back. We know what you're thinking. But with the bold predictions. Perhaps a quitter would do just that after predicting Louisville would beat Kentucky by double digits in their 2014 NCAA tournament matchup the Wildcats won, or this 2016 gem. National title? North Carolina won't even make the Sweet 16. Well, the Tar Heels reached the title game and only lost on a deep, last-second three from Villanova's Chris Jenkins. But we also pointed you toward Gonzaga's run last season and Oregon's trip to the Final Four without the injured Chris Boucher. We're empowered by our hits and motivated by our misses. Also, remember these are bold predictions. Duke will win the national title or Kansas will win the Big 12 inches doesn't qualify. So here we go again. Here are 10 bold predictions for the 2017-18 college basketball season. 1. Kentucky won't win the SEC. Under John Calipari, Kentucky's best teams have compensated for their mediocre three-point shooting with an elite defensive rebounding rate. 2014-15 squad shot under 35% from beyond the arc and failed to crack the top 50 inside the three-point line 51.2%. That 38-1 team also snatched an outrageous 38.5% of its missed shots, 8th in the country, per KenPom.com. 2017-18, this is a young Wildcats team that lacks the clear physical advantages and maturity to dominate the offensive glass and the shooters to minimize the significance of excelling in the paint. Injuries to Jemerl Baker, perhaps the best three-point marksman on the squad, and Jared Vanderbilt, the versatile forward, could lead into SEC play, where a group of strong contenders awaits. That hurts. Overall, Kentucky's challenges could send the program back to 2012-13, when the Wildcats couldn't buy enough three-pointers or snatch enough offensive rebounds to avoid a trip to the net. This is definitely an NCAA tournament team but not a certain conference champion. 2. Hello, Gary. Leading scorer on Duke's roster will not be named Grayson or Marvin. Yep, it sounds crazy. Grayson Allen is back and Marvin Bagley III joins this excellent roster. Duke has elevated the no-3 talent on its stacked squads in recent years. Who expected Luke Kennard to become the offensive catalyst and a first-round pick last year? Tyus Jones won Most Outstanding Player for the national title team in 2015. This year, look for Gary Trent Jr. 6'5" McDonald's All-American and son of former NBA standout Gary Trent, to compete with Bagley and Allen for the team scoring title this season. He's a fluid playmaker and a mismatch for most wings in college basketball. He'll get to the free throw line often and play a vital offensive role for Mike Krzyzewski this season. 3. The most exciting freshman in America will play for Miami this season. In October, Miami stars Jacquin Newton and Bruce Brown gushed about freshman Lonnie Walker, a five-star wing ranked 14th in the 2017 class by ESPN.com. They said the flashy fast break artist inspires dunk contests in practice. He's the must-see player on the roster, a player who will light up South Beach and the nation this season with his acrobatics. I did not know him now. He's the highlight reel the game needs. 4. Minnesota and Richard Pitino will end the drought, win the Big Ten. Last fall, Pitino entered what seemed like a season to save his job. May, however, he signed an extension through the 2021-22 season after leading the Gophers to the NCAA tournament. 5-game losing streak ruined Minnesota's Big Ten title hopes, but the Gophers finished strong and played top 25 defense all season. Pitino, a league's reigning coach of the year, brings back his best players from last season, although the Eric Curry season-ending knee injury damages the team's interior depth and adds intriguing talents Isaiah Washington and Davin Fitzgerald. Michigan State is the clear favorite in the Big Ten, and the pool of contenders includes Minnesota, Purdue, Northwestern, Maryland and Michigan. It's never easy in the Big Ten. But Pitino could lead Minnesota to its first conference championship since 1997, a title the school vacated due to NCAA violations. 5. David Padgett will sign a multi-year deal mid-season to stay with the Cards and lead the team to the second weekend of the NCAA tournament. Padgett, whom Louisville players backed as a replacement after the school removed Rick Pitino, is inexperienced. But he has a top 10 roster with or without Brian Bowen, whose lawyer claims is innocent and naive to the bribery scheme that disrupted the program. Expect Padgett, who has handled this turbulent chapter with class, to pull a Steve Fisher and lead Louisville on a deep run into the NCAA tournament, a journey that includes a new multi-year deal to keep his job as Louisville's head coach. 6. Two non-Power 5 players will earn first-team All-American odds. Make room on those All-America lists for South Dakota State's Mike Daum and St. Mary's Jock Landale. Get to know them. Daum, a 6'9" forward who finished with 17 points and 7 rebounds against Gonzaga in the first round of the NCAA tournament last season, put up wild numbers a year ago. 25.1 ppg, 8.1 rpg, 41.8% from the three-point line, 87% from the free throw line. 6-11 Landale 16.9 ppg, 9.5 rpg, 1.2 bpg, 63% inside the arc, is the best big man you have not seen yet. That won't last. They're both coming for first-team All-America accolades in 2017-18. 7. Don't mess with Texas. Free Power 5 program from the Lone Star State and SMU will make the NCAA tournament. That's right. You get a bid, Mohamed Bamba and Texas. You get 1-2, Texas A&M, Baylor and Texas Tech. We didn't forget you, Shake Milton and SMU. We see you, Nick Champ TCU, home of Slovakian superstar Vladimir Brzezinski 14.1 ppg, 2.1 bpg. We're going to. Could be a fun year for the whole state. In college basketball, at least. 8. Golden State Warriors effect? Teams will set a record for most three-point attempts. In 2012-13, the year before Steph Curry made his first NBA All-Star appearance and led the Warriors on a shooting spree that changed the NBA, 38 Division I college basketball teams finished with 700 or more three-point attempts. Last season, 144 college squads attempted 700 or more. That's a ridiculous increase in a 4-year stretch. College basketball's love of the three ball is connected to the NBA's. This season, we'll see a new record for most three-pointers collectively attempted in a season. 9. Greg Marshall will win Coach of the Year and finally leave Wichita State. He's always a contender. This season's field is stacked. Mike Krzyzewski is guiding a national title favorite. Tom Izzo could win the Big Ten and reach the Final Four again. Plus, Landry Shamet and Marcus McDuffie continue to deal with foot injuries that could force them to miss the start of the season for Wichita State. The Shockers will overcome those early hurdles, win the American Athletic Conference crown and reach the Elite Eight under Marshall, achievements that will warrant every reputable National Coach of the Year award. Then, Marshall will finally receive an offer too good to reject and make a move to a Power 5 school after leading Wichita State to prominence few could have imagined prior to his arrival. N. Basketball won't remove the cloud over the sport. Every coach in the country has repeated the same phrase since the FBI unveiled a corruption scandal that rocked the sport in September. We just need to start playing games. The games will help. They'll give us a distraction from the real distraction hindering the sport right now. The FBI's "We Have Your Playbook" message suggests this is far from finished. No matter what happens on the court in 2017-18, college basketball will fail to separate itself from the lingering off-court drama.